of my subscribers asked about oxalates. This is for you, bro. I got you.
Hey guys, my name's Michelle,
Anita, Sarah,
Peyton, Talia,
Jazz,
Marquita.
I'm a physique.
Physique.
products.
Period. We love to see.
Y'all already know what this is. It is Dr.Trehunna from Physique. And today we're going to talk about oxalates. This is the main thing that actually causes kidney stones. Oxalates are a plant compound to form a kidney stone. Positive charge and a negative charge create a salt, or what we call a stone. Oxalates are the things that brings these salts together to form a stone. Now, you can have a kidney stone in your body, but potentially be asymptomatic, which means what? You got kidney stones in your body right now, but it's not doing any harm to you because it didn't fall into the ureter. Once it gets into the ureter, and now it's getting stuck, it's kind of lodged. Urine is getting backed up, and now it's causing the ureter to expand. That's when you start feeling pain. And that's when people usually say a kidney stone passing is kind of like, you feel like you're literally getting stabbed in the back. If you have a parent who passed down this one gene, and another parent that passed down another gene, these are homozygous positive, which means what? You got the short end of the stick from both parents. Now your liver, believe it or not, can actually create endogenous oxalates. But the majority of the oxalates and kidney stones people form is through their diet and their lifestyle. But other than that, if you are somebody who never had any kidney stones and you're like in your 30s, I'm 31, it's safe to say you're kind of okay. So you don't have to really pay attention to your oxalate consumption. If you are somebody who has kidney stones, you will kind of know by now. People who usually have a lot of kidney stones, they're not really lean. They're not metabolically healthy. They are not insulin sensitive. These are people who has high blood pressure, who are pre-diabetic, if not full-blown diabetic. They're technically overweight. Your urine pH is so low that basically your body's more acidic than alkaline. So when you hear people say,
hey, you want to eat more of an alkaline diet?
that is because if you're giving your body a lot more fruits, a lot more vegetables, then these things contain anions. And these anions alkalines the body. To form these kidney stones in your body is simply a lot of salt in your diet. Where do we get a lot of salt from? Processed foods. If I am selling a product and you decide to pick up this product that's been in this Walmart freezer for 3 months, I gotta make sure it's still edible when you decide to eat it. I'm gonna put a whole lot of preservatives, load it up with a little bit more sodium, so when you decide to finally touch that product, keyword product, now it's still edible. A lot of salt just in general make kidney stones form a little bit easier. Also, fructose.
Trey, you telling me that fruit is causing me to have kidney stones?
No. So sugar is actually a sucrose molecule, which means what? It's composed of two different things, glucose and fructose. Now, when you're drinking things like orange juice, now you're getting a lot of fructose in it, but because it's not coming with the things that naturally come with fruit, such as anions that alkalines it, such as, I don't know, malate or citrate, now your body's getting a whole lot of sugar, and that can cause these things to form without the things that naturally alkalines the body.
Eat your fruit. Don't drink your fruit.
Because fruit juice is voiding it from the malate and citrate. Put some lemon over your food. Eat an orange. Eat an apple. Eat a pear. If you're metabolically healthy and you're eating a lot more whole foods, you're not eating a lot of processed foods, you're not going to create a lot of kidney stones, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Now keep in mind, majority of the kidney stones that's forming is coming from calcium phosphate, calcium oxalates, uric acid stones. And we already know if you're somebody who has been on dialysis or you're somebody that's dealing with kidney issues, they told you, hey, don't eat a lot of protein. You know why? Because a lot of protein has a positive charge to it, which means that when it breaks down in your stomach, it's going to make your body a little bit more acidic. When you're eating DNA and RNA coming from a protein or flesh, muscle tissue, then it's going to break down the purines. That could raise your uric acid. Majority of kidney stones is not coming from uric acid. But if you're somebody who is eating a lot of protein, eating a lot of processed foods, Not on a DASH diet, you're eating a whole lot of salt too. Now you need to pay attention. You gotta pick a struggle. You cannot have a lot of sugar and salt and a lot of proteins if you're prone to have a lot of kidney stones. What I would advise my clients, which I tell them to do, is make sure you eat your protein still, because you want to keep as much muscle mass as possible, right? But also cut down the sugar, because your body doesn't need as much sugar as we give it. Let's say you didn't eat nothing all day long. Right now, your body's only circulating a teaspoon of sugar at a time. If you have 1 cup of rice, your body's now gonna circulate 10 extra teaspoons of sugar. So as you can see, the sugar's not the issue. We just have a bolus of sugar, and we do this multiple times a day, because last time I checked, we don't only eat 1 time a day. Is that?
Trey, that sounds great, but what foods got the most amount of oxalates in it?
Swiss chard or rhubarb or spinach, right? Or chocolate or potatoes and almonds. So even if you're having things like almond milk, you need to be mindful of that if you're somebody who is prone to kidney stones.
I like to eat spinach. What can I do to my spinach so I can still have it?
You having spinach is not the issue. Now it's gonna be quantity. I have a lot of women who have spinach, then they put Swiss chard, and they put rhubarb, they juice it, and now they're drinking that, and then they snacking on almonds every single day, and then they want to sneak in some potatoes. It's all of that. It's not gonna be, oh, Trey, I had spinach today, why do I got kidney stones? No, it's, hey, Trey, I had spinach today, but also I had something man-made, and oh, I had some fruit juice today, and oh, I was juicing because I heard it was healthy, and oh, I snack on almonds because I heard it was healthy. It's gonna be that. Believe it or not, if you have your high oxalates foods with calcium.
Wait, Trey, didn't you say kidney stones are composed of 80% calcium oxalate?
Yes, but it's not the calcium really coming from milk or cheese. It's that calcium that is being leached out into your bloodstream that the oxalates is picking up. If you actually have calcium along with these high oxalate foods, calcium is an alkali which neutralizes excess acid. Research shows that people who got more calcium, I know, it's a mind trip, I get it, but they have less kidney stones, period. Or you actually boil the spinach, boil the potatoes, and just be mindful with the almonds. And you shouldn't make almonds your main snack anyways. Why? It's loaded with fat. A lot of people don't understand 1 ounce that you see on the serving size on the packet of your almonds, boom, that's about 6 to 8 almonds. Nobody's only eating 6 to 8 almonds, and you're not picking out 6 to 8 almonds. We're taking a handful. These little things add up more than you think, especially if you are somebody who's eating almonds daily. So once again, it's gonna be what you're doing daily that causes the issue. You having sugar daily, the worst type of sugar is the issue, not sugar itself. You having almonds and spinach daily, that is the issue, not spinach or almond itself. So just have these things in moderation, and you're gonna realize you're not having as much kidney stones. If you're somebody who is worried about oxalate consumption, make sure you stay hydrated. So oxalates usually form, but your body naturally excretes it out. But if you're now having kidney issues, then you need to drink a little bit more water. So make sure you stay hydrated, because believe it or not, kidney stones is more of a summer thing. People don't have a lot of kidney stones during the winter. Why? When it's summertime, you are sweating a little bit more. Instead of it going through your ureter, you're sweating it out. So you're staying more dehydrated, and now it could form. So stay a little bit more hydrated. Also, B, if you're going to have some fruit, eat your fruit. Do not drink it. Do not drink sodas, bro. We all know sodas is one of the worst things. Why? On average, the average soda got 30 grams of added sugar. Easily up to 8 added teaspoons of sugar, and who only drinks 1 soda on average? Make sure you definitely get the diet sodas, right? Zero, or Pepsi Zero, or Coke Zero. These are a little bit better. Make sure you're not consuming a whole lot of salt. Now, ironically, based off our palate, if we salt our food too much, we don't like that. And if something is too salty, you're naturally not gonna eat it. So it's not really the salt that you're adding on foods, it's gonna be salt that you don't even know about. Your French fries, your Doritos, even your Coke. Like I said, even though it's a drink, ask yourself why they got sodium in it, so you can stay dehydrated and you drink more. That's why when you go to a restaurant, refills are free. But what is free? It's usually gonna be Pepsi or Coke products. So now you can get all the refills you want, which means you're staying dehydrated and you're gonna keep ordering more. That's how it works. It's all by design. Some companies like to use processed foods and mask how much sugar it has with salt. But a lot of companies also like to mask how salty it is with sugar. So you don't even know, but people do not read the nutritional label anymore. Watch out for your processed foods. If you go with that protocol, if you're only eating fruit, you're not drinking your fruit. If you're not making a spinach smoothie because you heard it was healthy, and you actually eat your fiber. And if you're gonna have this spinach or this potatoes, boil it for about 2 minutes first, dump the water out. You literally just dumped out about 80% of the oxalates. So do not be afraid of veggies, y'all. Just make sure you have a variety of veggies. Do not be afraid of nuts, y'all. Almonds is the highest oxalate food. Just make sure you have a variety of nuts. Eat more real food, drink less soda, have less sodium coming from processed foods, have less sugar in general. If you're somebody who is metabolically healthy and your parents do not have kidney stones, you don't have nothing to worry about. Cool? Other than that, that's your reset tip of the day. That's gonna be stay snatched all the time. No, the summertime. Talk to you soon.